Steph coming in with her hot take. Ooh, you're a ruler.
Going live in 3, 2, 1. Hi, hello, we are live. How's everybody doing out there?
I'm Steph. I say what I want.
You know,
Good.
saying what you want can get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm the cute
So, like,
one.
one time, I probably said this story already, but in high school, I think his name was Mr. Pilikowski, and he was, like, our chemistry teacher. And he goes, you guys don't want to make me mad. And I was just like, yeah, don't make him mad. Stephanie, get out. And I was like, okay. And then
You realize that was a time not to talk,
I
right?
know. And then right after that, 3 others were sent out into the hallway. And then he was
solidarity?
just like, he was like, do you know why I took you out here? And I was like, well, I was repeating what you said, but I really wasn't trying to be sarcastic. And then he was just like, get inside. And I was like, okay.
I just sound sarcastic when I talk this way.
Just, I don't know. Sorry, dude.
I don't know, Steph. That seemed like the perfect time to not say anything at all.
I've said plenty of stuff that's gotten me into trouble.
I remember, like,
No.
Yeah, no,
Like-
a lot.
I remember this one time
With
back in community
people.
college. So it was me and my buddy Evan. We were sitting in our math class. I forgot what math class it was. We're both dumb at math, so it was one of the remedial ones. Anyway, we're about to take, I think it was our final. And our professor's just like, all right, from this point on, nobody say anything. I'm about to hand out the test.
Oh, no.
And without missing a beat, Evan turns to me like, hey, man. He immediately got kicked out.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I was looking like, dude. Like, I didn't say it. I was just looking like,
Yeah.
and he got kicked out.
Beck, on the cover of Steph Anything is Steph holding an otter over her head.
I don't have one in arm's reach.
Oh,
You have multiple?
I have
you
8
thought she
otters.
didn't?
I have an otter cup that Anthony got me for Christmas.
Yeah, you know what?
I got-
That's fair.
I got my stuffed otter that I sleep with. I have stuff.
She's got otter stuff.
I have an
It's
otter
her
on my
favorite
leg,
animal.
but we're not gonna put my leg on stream. No one needs to see that right now.
No.
Just her leg slowly just comes up.
Bet you
Go
didn't
to
know I could
social
do
media
this.
for that. And it comes like
Straight up.
Not like
Let
from
me
the
tell
side.
you, there was an episode of A Shot of Love with Tila Tequila, like way back when. And
God.
there was one bitch.
They're
that,
all way back when.
Yeah, there was this one bitch that was like, if somebody talks shit, I'ma put a stiletto up their ass. This bitch's leg went up straight like this. And I was like, how is she doing this?
Flexible.
The screen is so small. Her just straight up stiletto. And I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't know how she did it. I just thought it was amazing. That's all.
Tila Tequila's got a lot of practice in raising straight upwards.
Yeah. I get a kick out of those shows. It's so stupid,
She's
but
a
so fun.
neo-Nazi.
At least you know they're stupid.
Yeah. No, I go in watching knowing what stupidity is going to come out of it, and I get entertained because it's funny.
Was it
Yeah.
Adult Swim that did the Shot of Love parody?
Yes.
Oh, did they do that?
Yeah,
No,
burning,
it was-
burning
yeah.
love.
Oh, wow.
No, it was. I think it was literally Shot of Love.
Are you talking about the
if
robot
it-
chicken sketch?
Yeah, robot.
Oh,
Oh,
I haven't
I
seen
think-
this.
You
You said Adult Swim. I
Yeah.
thought you were referring
Oh.
to the Paul Scheer scripted thing they did, like Burning Love, where it was like a joke of Big Brother and all that.
Oh, I
Nah.
haven't seen that.
But yeah, I remember the
I-
robot chicken one.
I like Paul Scheer. Like as a dude, I listen to his podcast and whatnot. But like, if he gets too close to center of the show, I kind of like it less and less.
What do
Steph's-
you mean by that?
I love him as a supporting character.
Oh,
But if
okay.
things get like focused on him, like that NCISDPD thing, like I caught a whiff of it. I'm like, nah, this is.
Oh,
this is not for
you
me.
mean his acting?
No, well, his supporting roles I'm fine with. I like him. Like in the league, he's great. Whenever he's like, guest starring on stuff, he's a bunch of fun.
No, I know.
But-
What I meant was you're not talking about on his podcast. You're talking
No,
about
I love
like
his
live
podcast.
action. Okay,
Yeah,
because look,
in
you
the
and me are
shows.
there for one person, and it's all about June, who is their Steph, and we like to have Stephs in our lives.
And Steph, since you're already Googling who these people are, who's Paul Scheer?
No, I'm not Googling him at all. I was going to post on Instagram that we're live.
or Anthony, did I misread it? And you're there for Jason? Because
June misses too many episodes, so I've
Fair
just
enough.
defaulted to Jason being my favorite.
yeah, I do love it. I love June when she comes in with her hot takes.
Yeah, which I feel like it just means it's all normal and rational and like not put on, but she doesn't have one every episode. But when she does, they're great.
Yeah.
So you just want one every episode.
I mean, she's busy. She's working. She's acting. She mother of 3 kids. She's got things to
Yeah.
do. So
Just like Steph.
Yeah,
Yep.
Just like Steph. If anybody doesn't know the podcast we're talking about, it's How Did This Get Made, which is a movie
Yes.
review. It's kind of it's like movie issues.
Remember that?
Oh,
Beck does.
Back to
I want to do that.
first winner of the movie issues contest.
we had a contest.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
We bought
This was your
Hansel and-
podcast.
bitch, that was
We
like
bought
10
Hansel and Gretel.
fucking years ago.
We have Hansel and Gretel, the good one. I think there was a double feature on there, and then we sent them some of the candy that we like.
Hansel
I
and
won
Gretel
the
still
comic-
kicks ass, says Beck.
Still does.
I won
Hansel and
the-
Gretel is legit a good time.
What is it? The comic issues pumpkin cutting contest.
The pumpkin carving or
Pumpkin carving
in
contest.
costume. I think we only did the pumpkin like once, but the costume contest was done a few times.
Oh shit! I gotta get my costumes for Halloween.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
How about you wait till the summer's over when all the new movies come out and you decide what new things you want to be?
Well, Steph is already making notes to herself.
Yeah,
for
I have my
backup
alarm that's
No,
gonna go
stop.
off.
At
We
random
are not
times
going to do that again.
in the future, but at a time where it's almost too late to even achieve
No, it's not.
whatever idea
It's like a
she
month
doesn't know she
ahead.
has.
That's how I work. A month ahead.
That's how she works. Steph,
That is just
how goes your
chaos.
Ren Fair costume? Because it's no longer a month ahead.
Oh, I ordered it today.
All right, then she's on track.
Yeah.
All right.
I ordered
Anthony, how
it
comes
just
your Ren
today.
Fair costume?
I am also on track.
Are you just
Ordered
saying
his
that?
today.
No,
Okay.
I've not ordered it yet,
Mine's
which is
supposed to come
on track for
Sunday.
me.
Yeah, okay. Dawn actually asked today if you're going to be in costume or are you just going to roll up in clothes because you didn't have time. And I said, ooh, 50-50.
No, I got costume.
I was like, that's a crapshoot. We don't know until he and Steph roll out their car.
It's okay. It's a Ren Fair. Just go there with a fedora and say "milady" to everyone.
Well, like,
Medieval crow.
I was looking at accessories today, and I didn't know if I wanted elf ears or if I didn't want elf ears. But I could get elf ears and a flower crown.
Why wouldn't you want elf ears?
Yes. Why wouldn't you, Steph?
I mean, that's true. I was just trying to see what tone they had for them, because if I'm just gonna
Skin
have
tone?
white ears, it's not
No,
gonna look
gotcha,
right
gotcha.
on me. So if
Okay,
they had
did-
like a more tan ear one, then that would work.
Did
Some
all three of
places
us
do.
think a different kind of tone when she said it?
Yep.
Okay,
No,
so
I was
me
on-
and Jordan, because we don't see color, but Anthony sees color. So
I thought you, by tone you meant like vibe. You know, like
Yeah.
the vibe of the Ren Fair. Like would
The
they
vibe of the ears?
would they accept elves here? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Like night elf ears or like Lord of the Ring ears?
Steph, I want you to come around just bright purple or blue night elf ears, and that's it. Don't paint yourself blue. Just have blue ears.
Elf mohawk.
Oh, interesting.
You could do those elf ears that are just metal, or you know what I'm talking about, right, Anthony? How would you describe
Accessories.
those?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
there,
about.
there are stores online that do have gradient skin color ears. So if you don't find them and you want them, keep looking. They do exist. I know for a fact they do. I just have not looked for them. I've never needed them before.
Yeah.
Oh
but
yeah,
I've
because yours
known-
will be all white.
Yeah, because it's all default to me,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's
Or-
not my problem.
Or, Steph, instead of going elf ears, get some satyr horns.
And get some big old horns.
Yeah.
I should look into that.
Steph,
what
they
is-
now have them that will just clip in like a banana clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Clip.
Ooh, horns would be fun. I didn't even think of that.
Hail
I
Satan.
like
Horns
it.
are always a good time.
I like it. Okay.
Well, why don't you should get 2 horns to just be a bike horn.
So you want her to have just one horn, like like a unicorn.
No,
here.
Like a
two. So
unicorn
she's the
horn?
bike horn.
Oh, so they go like
He's being
this,
a dumbass.
So I can just be annoying to people?
Yes.
I'm just wondering if it's
what
going to
you
be
both said.
hot. Because that thing
It's-
has like
it's-
long sleeves,
gonna be
but I
warm.
heard
It's gonna be warm.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to
I think I'll
spring.
be all right.
I mean, there is water there, so there will be a breeze. But I've gone some years where the breeze is there is none, and you're just like, well, I'm just hot and I'm in dust.
It's like cosplaying and walking around
Yes.
outside Comic-Con. I
That's
think I'll
exactly
be
what it
okay.
is.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. I've done it before. I should be fine. I'm gonna look into horns now.
As you should. Well, don't do it right now while we're on the show.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not. I'm gonna finish the
Do
book
it-
that I never finished.
Do it late at night in bed like we all do.
But also,
This is
don't look
fair.
up human horn. You don't want that. Or maybe you do. I'm no
It's an
judging.
aphrodisiac, though.
It's true.
What's a human horn?
All right. I've
Watch
got
more
something
Futurama,
related-
Steph. Yes, Anthony.
I've got something related to this conversation.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, I was on the Not Another Monday podcast.
Shout out, not another Monday, Mark.
Yo. And we came up with an idea that I think is pretty genius, and I think we all should take time to consider and make in our plans for when we die.
Shot out
Now,
of the cannon.
we all know
We
We
have
all
been
know
through this
when we
with George.
die-
Yeah, we have actually.
there is somebody designated to delete our internet history.
Yes.
We've had this conversation.
We've had this conversation.
Yes, that was like
We have.
3 weeks ago.
But
Oh, there's more.
But-
to add. Okay.
this person now also has the responsibility to leave a sword in your hand. However you die, add a sword to it.
Well, I
now
died
it's
fighting
fucking
an
awesome.
orangutan who had a
He
sword.
does it once a year. Like,
And I
question.
take the sword as my
Yes.
prize after I die from my wounds.
okay, so just so I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
So you're saying that in the future, let's say you die, however the means, am I supposed to have already be there to put the sword in your hand? Because I feel that someone's going to call me and say that you're dead. Do I retroactively try and get into your body in the morgue and give you a sword?
No, it's your responsibility to rush to the scene.
Yes.
But I would assume I am not the first phone call.
I would like one of the three things.
Probably
Either
the top three.
the original Keyblade.
Top three, but not first. Like, that would definitely be family.
Quit poking holes in this ridiculous concept.
Oh, okay. We're not doing a realistic concept? Okay, then I am down there. I'm going to fly on my unicorn, my bi-unicorn winged Pegasus, and I'm going to put a sword in one hand and a fucking wand in the other. You were having some straight-up D&D fighting shit.
See, he went like too far right at the start
Yeah.
there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this
get
particular
started
ridiculous
on the wrong
conversation
ends.
could go too far. My bad. Jordan, continue.
What part of this entire premise did you think was realistic about it? anyway, Buster Sword. Just
Yeah.
put the Buster Sword in my hand.
I wanted either
Got it.
one or the three. It's either a Keyblade, a Master Sword, or a Buster Sword.
Oh, Steph has to have the Buster Sword now. I will rise from my grave and give it to her.
Now, Mark, I
like-
have questions.
Or like a bottle of bubbles.
Mark from Not Another Monday puts in our chat, let's say I die from hanging myself while taking liberties at myself. Give me a sword to make it seem like I went out fighting.
Do
I'll
you
give
want
you-
us to take the rope off and pull up the pants? Or do
No.
you want to just leave it like dick out and sword?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the sword.
Hello.
Sword in one hand, sword in the other.
And a jug of bubbles.
Weapon in one
Bubble
hand,
mix.
sword in the other.
And a wand. Bubble wand. I don't know, making it more interesting.
Oh,
Sure did.
okay. So she says bubbles, and it's totally fine. I make a fantasy reference, and I
Well,
went too
that's
far.
because there's actually
Shut up.
there's actually a bubble mace in Elden Ring that if you use it, you shoot bubbles at
What?
people, and you can murder things with bubbles.
Of course there is.
That's like the dubstep gun in Saints Row, but for your fucking
Man, remember
Dark
when
Souls ass.
I got that and I was so excited to see that dubstep gun in action, and it was just okay, that's what it is. Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was great.
It was cool, but I wanted them to do more with it.
Remember dubstep?
Yeah.
Remember?
I still listen to
I
dubstep
still
on a
listen to
daily.
dubstep.
Is Skrillex still alive?
Yes, he is still
Ooh.
alive.
As I had to ask Anthony once in this serious conversation, what is a Skrillex, and can I catch it?
Skrillex is an American
No, I know what it is
DJ.
now. I know what it is now. He's that guy
was a
that made.
disco ball.
He's that guy that made that song for the Judge Dredd soundtrack that me and Anthony like to laugh about a lot.
He was literally nominated for a Grammy this weekend. This
he
past
was?
weekend.
For what
Yes.
song?
You know, Louis C.K. won one. I think the Grammys is
I
really
heard
kind of
that.
lowering at this point. So you know,
Oof.
Don't
All
blame
award shows
blame
suck.
the judges.
Yeah, I did hear about that today on
Philly D.
Philly D.
But yes. Fuck Louis C.K. Which is unfortunate because I really liked him.
Back to the sword.
Yeah.
How do you think you're gonna die?
Killed by an
fighting a
orangutan.
dragon. Clearly,
Oh, with the sword? Okay.
right.
Steph is going to die by smother. She's going to be smothered to death by some sort of cute animal that her dad forced upon her,
Or my ghost.
or Jordan's ghost.
All right.
Steph, you know it's true.
In the top 5 possibilities of my death, a car crash is probably among them.
I would like not to discuss the 5 possibilities of your death. Can we just go with the more comical side that you die by jerking off?
Well, that Mark
Oh,
already took that one, and I was avoiding the other darker 4.
I would like not to discuss the darker 4 because this is a fun time.
That's why I went with number 5.
Car crash? You think?
Might as well say the funniest ways to go out. Because that's more fun.
Arms ripped off by an
feel like-
orangutan.
I just feel like adding
You
a
know what,
sword
Anthony?
to-
No, you're
to
going to be
all of-
doing.
any death. What?
I feel
What?
that you're
How am I
gonna
gonna die?
You're gonna be doing.
How do I die?
Well, if you shut the fuck up, I'll tell you.
You're gonna kill me? Is that it?
That's one of them. That's now one of a
You're
new
gonna come over and
5.
strangle
Anthony
me?
died
Well, that was number
by
2, so.
interrupting Leland.
I think
Well, you're already there, so leave the sword, please, as you walk away.
that's true. I see you having some sort of mishap on a job because you regularly cut yourself quite often. So
Remember the thumb.
Which one?
exactly. Like you cut yourself on that metal cylinder, you slice your hand open with your nephew's plastic, and then there was knives. Like 2021 was rough on a lot of people for different reasons, but you almost killed yourself several times with just plastic.
Hey,
Like-
Steph.
No, one of those was 2020.
Oh, my
yeah, well,
bad.
yes.
Yeah.
Steph, remember that one scene in Marriage Story when Kylo Ren like drags the thing on his arm and he actually cuts his arm?
Yeah. Yeah. I do
Ooh,
remember that,
Anthony.
actually.
I've
Can-
only needed
wait.
stitches for one of those.
Anthony,
I've never gotten. Wait,
Yes.
I lied. I have.
instead of a sword,
Okay.
lightsaber.
That is a sword.
It's calm it the fuck down, nerd.
Listen, he's out of line, but he's right.
Saber is in the name. Saber is a type of sword.
Yes.
I like where you're going, but I don't think it works out the same.
Okay.
Because the concept of a sword in my hand infers perhaps some kind of fight happened. If I had a lightsaber, this just be like, God, this is the fucking nerdiest motherfucker I've ever seen. Look at him. He died with a goddamn lightsaber in his hand. This man never had sex.
What kind of sword do you have?
I have a short sword.
Is that what you'd like to be found with? A short sword?
Ooh, I want a
If
really
you can't
tiny
get
sword.
another one, that's called a dagger.
Yeah.
I want a tiny sword.
Yeah, Steph, they're called daggers. They're a 1d4.
Look, Steph, it's a tiny sword,
No, that's a knife.
Where's mine?
which is a tiny sword.
Not a knife. I mean, if you don't happen to have another sword.
Oh, is this what we're doing? Are we just doing
Big
this now?
sword.
We're all getting our weapons out. All right.
Well, here's the other one that's in my pocket at all times.
Like,
This isn't even a sword. This is a piece that Roseanne gave me and has a nice little dangly butterfly. Dangly butterfly.
And,
Steph, you know
Cornbread shows up with her machete.
Steph, you know
Her
this pot
murder
leaf, right?
shetty. Her murder shetty that she found in the creek.
Oh yeah.
Murder. I love how Anthony pulls up a box cutter.
I have something
Oh my God.
Ooh,
here.
I have one just like that. Those are good, right?
What?
Yeah, the brand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I use at the
this is
store.
a
I have
There's
a red
multiple
one in my
brands?
car. I have
Yeah,
the red
dude.
one in my car.
garden.
All right.
Gargon?
Okay, so Anthony's sword. Do you want a broadsword? Do you want to stick with a short sword? You want a claymore?
Claymore.
Oh, if I got the option, give me a big ass sword.
Oh,
Okay,
a flamberge.
A flamberg, yes.
So
That
we
would
got.
also be good.
So Jordan wants the Final Fantasy VII sword.
Yes.
You want
Yes.
a what now?
I mean, a good bastard sword, it'd be fine.
You know what?
Okay, and Steph wants a dagger.
No,
Right,
I want
Steph?
a sword. I just want a small sword.
Like a short sword.
Like a short sword.
Like a sword, like a mini version of what a big sword is. I want a
That's
miniature sword.
A short sword is what you're
a
saying.
short sword.
Or a
It's,
dagger.
it's right there in the name, short sword.
So if I had a Buster
Steph-
sword that was hand size, is
That's a
that
great sword.
dagger?
That the Buster Sword is a great sword. Steph, right now, since you have your phone out, just look up the Sword of Achilles. That's the sword you want.
Sword of Achilles. Sword.
I think I want a scimitar.
Ooh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Scimitar.
Is that
Yeah,
like the
I'm-
tendon?
I'm partial to those when I play D&D.
You could use those in Elden Ring.
Finesse weapon. It's a D8 damage.
It's a
Or
dex
one of
weapon.
those Pirates of the Caribbean ones.
A saber. That's a saber.
Yeah.
But they've got those really cool innately things
Oh, yeah.
on the. Those are cool,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
but not a claymore. They're like too big and stupid looking.
You fuck dudes up with those.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like them.
It does cleave and bludgeoning damage.
It does. I understand that concept.
A letter opener shaped like a sword, says Beck.
I think that's what Steph is going for.
I
she
think
wants
so,
a Buster
too.
sword, but is only 6 inches long.
Yeah. That's exact. I want a
So,
tiny sword.
Steph
She
wants
just
a
wants a
letter
knife.
opener.
Toy.
She wants a knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait, Steph,
instead-
can I give you 2? Because they feel if you had 2, maybe some real shit was going down.
Yes.
Oh no!
Perfect.
Steph should have 2 sides in her hands, like Raphael from Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay. If those
So
count, those
instead
are
of-
cool.
instead of adding an air of mystery to your death, of like, why do they have a sword in their hand? You just want to die with toys.
Yes.
I don't think anyone's going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Or letter opener
You're not
versions
building on the
of
story
gun
of your
of
death.
swords that I want. So either a mini Keyblade, or a mini Buster Sword, or a mini Master Sword. Why can't I have all 3?
Nobody said
You
you
only have
could.
2 hands, really.
One's in the sheath.
One's in my chest, so something went down, and then I have 2
okay,
other
hang on.
Whoa,
hang
now,
on.
now we have to disfigure a body.
So now you're saying you want us to put a sword into your body after you're already dead.
No, I thought we already did it. I thought this was like how they find you. So this is the death scene. So I just imagined me laying down with a tiny Keyblade in one hand, and then and then Cloud's sword in the other hand, and then a fucking Master Sword just like in my chest.
And no one could pull out the master sword except for the chosen one.
Yeah.
The next step. That's how we choose the next step on the podcast.
her essence is
Whoever
in
can
the
pull
Master
the
Sword.
from her chest will be
I like
the
it.
new step.
Sounds interesting.
The death
Yeah, and then you gotta
step.
find out the story. What happened to Steph?
I don't know. We just found her. She had a really small Keyblade in one hand and a tiny version of the Buster Sword in the other, and then the Master Sword was just in her chest. It was also a tiny version, though, which is just confusing to everyone.
It's weird because it was so small. I don't see how it could have really killed her.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
But it did.
abrased
It
her
went
skin a
deep.
bit.
But
It's
Except it
enough
wasn't
that
big
you
enough
saw
to go
just
deep,
the
maybe?
handle, and then you're like, "What is this?" And then someone goes to pull it out, and it's the Master Sword.
You're using way too much hand. It's more like just two fingers. Just whoop.
yeah.
Like,
I
you're talking
can
about
fist
mini
something
versions.
if I want to. Wait, no, that was bad. I didn't mean it in that sense. I just meant like, you can hold it with your fist. You can hold anything with your fist.
You heard it here first, folks. You can hold almost anything with your fist.
You sure
Steph-
can. See,
Stephanie
Phone?
Aloysius Agnes.
water.
She fucking brought up water.
Yeah, she's just showing everything
I'm
she
just
can
showing
hold in her
everything
hand
I can hold
nearby.
in my fist, hand, whatever you want to call it.
So anyway, I think this is something we should add to the list of delete my internet data history and also put a sword in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I agree with these with that. Please put a sword in my hand.
We should also have it timed out that we get like an email that has your passcode on your phone.
Oh, you just like show your phone to like your face now.
Oh,
like,
that's true. I forgot about that.
They just have to open the
Yeah.
eyes a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I have noticed that since getting this phone and now everything
your
is like
upgrade?
face.
Yeah.
Sometimes the sun is bright. I'm like squinting or like it's too early in the morning and I'm like one eye open and apparently my phone needs to see both of my eyes to unlock.
Does it
Which-
say open?
Give
your
it some
eyes?
time. It'll learn.
It doesn't say open your eyes.
That'd be rude if it did.
It doesn't say open your eyes, but it does say, isn't it a little early for this?
Oh, that's fair.
Maybe looking at the phone isn't the first thing I should do when I wake up.
I mean, it's the first thing I have to do because I have to turn off my alarm, you know. So
Oh, yeah, that's true.
True, but I don't need it to unlock to turn off the alarm.
but I need to check my messages. They're not to me. It's just
do.
messages in general.
I gotta see what's happening in the Discord so I cannot
Exactly.
reply.
I think the first thing.
There's one channel. I'm posting in. It's just wrestling.
Yep.
That's the only channel I'm active in.
I think one of the first things I'll do in the morning is like kind of scroll like the area where it kind of like previews the messages, and then I'll see that someone was playing Hurdle or Wordle or Myrtle or
Swiffle.
the or Swiftle or all the little games, and then
All the
sometimes
Wordle
I lay
knockoffs,
into
yes.
those. Yeah, but it's been fun.
See,
I've been on the fence about playing some of those knockoffs. I don't want to get sucked into something that is innately kind of maybe dumb.
The
Well, I
movie
mean,
one
I
is
realize
fun.
it's dumb.
Yeah,
yeah, Framed.
or the murder
Uh,
one. The murder mystery one is interesting.
Yeah, like the good
I'm
thing
not
about
good at it, but
the
it's
good
fun.
thing about these games in particular is just that it's just one thing a day. So you just do a
Sure.
thing. Once you complete it, cool. You don't have to worry about it for a whole day.
Yeah. I'm in
And
a
it's not
Discord
and it's
channel where
it's
they
not
do
even
that,
an app, so
yeah,
it's just
where they
a
do
website.
it daily.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
fun to kind of just like this is like a group like I guess event. I don't know. It's just fun to kind of
It's a trend.
yeah.
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 Do
I don't
we have
really
to
post it anywhere
do-
for the
do we have
most
to-
part.
do we have to
but-
make another new Discord channel in LRC for Wordle stuff?
I don't think so. I don't think anyone else will really play.
It's just RDLE
yeah.
for just all of them.
Yeah.
So much fun. I've been having fun with those. The hurdle ones are fun. I like that one.
Yeah, Hurdle is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Except when it plays Madonna songs, I'm like, I don't know what this is.
But you know it's a Madonna song?
Well, okay, the one time it was a Madonna song,
Yeah.
I only got it because Steph gave me a hint, saying, "Oh, you don't even listen to this person." I was like, "Oh, it's Madonna."
There's
forgot
only
what
one
it
artist
was.
that Jordan doesn't
Oh,
listen to.
It was like a virgin.
Touched for the very first time.
Yeah, I think it was like a virgin. Yeah.
That's the
Her
lyric, right?
oldest song.
Yeah, that was on the list.
I thought Lucky Star was the first.
It is. I'm just.
All right.
He don't know.
It's true. I don't know. When you say Lucky Star, I think,
know
oh,
that
the
was
anime.
her song.
I didn't mean to be accurate. I'm sorry.
They don't need to know that kind of stuff. Do you see that she's getting? People are concerned about her online right now.
I saw that headline. Yes.
I've been concerned about her for years.
Yeah, but yesterday she was on Instagram, and it looked like she just had a refreshing, like a
Oh,
fresh.
was that the filter thing?
Yeah,
people were
a fresh
saying?
one, and she got real close to her phone camera screen, and then she like did this like "I love you all," and she did like kissy lips, but they were so angry and large and full of things that like she looked insane, and like the internet was very concerned. It was very funny.
A fun fact from Rovi: apparently, the Mortal Kombat theme was inspired by a Scandinavian spiritual song. Turns out it was based on a Finnish hymn.
Didn't you show us a...
Boo.
You know, the fun thing about that is there's a UFC event like 2 weeks ago, and it was during the main event. One of the guys walked out to the Mortal Kombat theme, and he won.
Oh, right on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you better. If you don't, you're just gonna look
Like-
a fucking fool.
Like it was a heavyweight match. The dude punched the other guy in the face full force. He went out.
Did his head come off?
His head didn't come off. I was hoping for it because of Mortal Kombat, but it didn't.
Did he fall down into a pit of spikes?
No, but he tested his might, and his might wasn't enough to withstand that punch.
God.
These UFC fights are lame. Get with it.
I am literally standing in front of the door to the final boss in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And I feel
how's that feel?
conflicted. I feel conflicted.
You don't want to end the game.
Because on the one hand, I'm at 188 hours. I'm like, I could push for 12 more.
You probably fight this boss for 12 hours.
I won't need 12 hours to beat him.
How long will you need?
I don't know. I would say, if I really put my mind to it, probably like an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would have kind of expected.
Yeah. I mean,
I
granted,
think-
you go first.
I was gonna say, like, I think some of the, maybe some of the tougher bosses in Borderlands 3 took me 20 minutes, maybe up towards 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
the hardest boss that I fought was Millennia, and that took me 4 days to beat. So, it's a fun fight. I really like that fight so much. Speaking of Borderlands, my brother's put in a lot of time into Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. He's literally playing it right now. And once I finish Elden Ring, I can finally put some time into it as well and catch up to him.
You ain't catching up to shit.
You very, very, very underestimate me.
Yeah, Niall doesn't work from home.
He also does not play as much video games as I do, so...
How is that Tiny Tina game? I've been hearing relatively good things.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's all of the good parts of Borderlands, with actually better writing than Borderlands 3. Because granted, Borderlands 3 had terrible writing compared to Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is still the best in terms of writing, but Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is just right behind it.
There you go.
And yeah, there's a lot of good things that they added to the game. That was just annoyances from Borderlands 3. So they've kind of finally refined the formula for Borderlands.
Right on.
Yeah.
Go.
I think it does help that instead of it just being, oh, you're in just a giant open world, shoot stuff or whatever, go to these places, shoot more things. Now it's actually like kind of level based. So you have this giant overworld where you're running around as a figurine of yourself because you're playing Bunkers and Badasses, which is just D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Listen, that's the hook.
Yeah.
That's the hook for me.
and Tina is insane, so she will randomly say, oh no.
Will she change the narrative in real time?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Stuff like that
That's-
happens.
Right on. What kind of game is it? Is it still a first-person shooter, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Still first person shooter. But then, yeah, in the overworld, then it's a third person thing. But there's still like interactive stuff you do in the overworld. But then you go into the level, it's back to shooting stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, having enjoyed Borderlands 3, I'd probably be interested in this one.
You'd probably like it more because of the D&D inspired stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Because now like when you level up, you actually add a point to your stats. So it's like, oh, I'll put 1 to strength or 1 to constitution, whatever it's called. Yeah, there's actually that now. And then there's still your whole skill tree stuff too. And then
Man, I did not understand that skill tree.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
it is pretty complicated.
Yeah.
To me, it seems. Yeah, you go first.
I just stuck with one and just like kind of wrote it down and figured it out as I went. I figure specializing in one was probably the way to go anyway. Multi-classing in skill trees is rarely super effective.
Yeah.
Yes, but depending on how you want to play, it could work out in your favor if you want to, put points into different things.
That's a level of like good at games that I am not.
Yeah.
Well, Wonderland should be easier because once you pick your class, you have just basically the one skill tree for that class, and then when you level up to a certain point, you can dual spec. So, say at the beginning, I picked a Clawbringer, which is a spicy paladin, basically, who gets a little dragon companion, and then when I hit level 25, I can take on some of the abilities from one of the other classes, like say a Stabomancer, which is a thief, the thief based class, but they specialize in backstabbing.
Controls undead?
No, that's the Grave Warden.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, sir. Like, what was I thinking?
Oh God. Sorry, we got an airplane. Oh no.
Oh, is it yours?
Yeah.
Dope.
Sorry. I just didn't want to go. I didn't know how much it would pick up on the mic.
Awesome.
Just distracting to bring it up.
Because I did not hear the airplane at all.
No.
Oh, okay, perfect.
But
really
now we're gonna
loud.
be listening for it.
Yeah.
No, it's
Did
gone
you guys get
now.
up to? You guys get up to anything interesting this past weekend?
No, it was just a lot of running around with my parents. So
I hung out with Tifa. And I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen a dog aggressively attack my face after eating a banana. Not aggressive in a bad way, but she just like was really interested when I was eating a banana. And then when I sat down, she wanted to come up and she just kept wanting to be in my face.
Well-
She likes to lay on my chest as if it is a rack. Like a legit rack or shelf. Like she's just on a shelf.
Uh-huh.
And she just rests there and then goes to my shoulders and then lays down. It's really sweet. And then
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
I cut her hair. Well, I cut her hair blocking her eyes, and I realized that she was actually like vision
Blind.
impaired by a lot with all the hair that covered her face.
She was real emo.
Yeah. So as soon as I cut it, she's been real hyper and real curious. And
It's a whole new world now.
yeah, it is.
Dazzling
it really
place
is.
she never knew.
Yeah. And then just hung out with parents and whatnot, and my dad's really invested in her, and it's really sweet and heartwarming.
Well, good,
to
because
watch.
he's the one who fucking got it.
No, I know, but it's just like really cute. It's like having a kid at the house, and
It's
I
a
just
puppy,
think
of course.
He, like,
It is a kid.
Yeah.
it's just really sweet. You know,
a
he'll
kid
call
dog.
me and he'll just be like, "Steph, you know what Tifa did?" And it's just like little cute things. He even made her own little door called Tifa's door, and he made it so that she could never run out of out the house. They kind of had to make okay, so like at my aunt's place, they have like a barnyard door, if that makes sense, like at the front of the gate.
Yes, they live in a barn. Got it.
She she's so fast and so tiny that she'll just follow you really quickly. So instead of like really just telling her to shoo away as you open this gate so she doesn't run out, my dad made this contraption that just like you have it go. I don't know. It's just like it's like one of those. It's like a gate for another gate, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it.
It's a dog door. It's a dog door to
what
prevent
it
Tifa
is?
from running out. Yes.
Okay, because it doesn't.
God,
look
is
like
that
a
what she's
dog
been trying to
door.
explain?
Yes.
A fucking dog door?
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't look like a dog door. Because
Like,
when
it's
you
not
think
the
a
traditional
doggy door,
hole
you think
in a door,
a hole in the wall, or a door that she can run out of. And this is just so like.
It's just like a partition to
I
stop
guess that's what it's called.
Tifa from running out of the door as you're walking out of the house.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Okay, so like, this is what I mean by invested. I told my dad, like, all you need is a board to block the way, to just kind of shoo her so you could just close the gate. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna build something. And I'm just like, it's not really that necessary, Dad. Like, you could just do this. And then the next morning, my dad was just like, hey, Steph, check this out. And he full on built a door. And I was like, all right. And
All right, Steph. I need you to do two things. One, send the video of
the door.
them using the door. Send that to the LRC chat, and then two, post that on our Instagram so people can see what you're talking about. And yes, Rovi, it's a baby gate. That's just what it is.
It's like a foldable baby gate. I guess that's what you call it. I didn't know what to call it, but like,
not to derail this
No, you're
wonderful gold topic that we've mentioned into. I just now got Rovi's joke, and I thought it was really funny. That's all. I just want to throw that.
Which joke?
The baby?
The Mortal Kombat joke.
Oh, from 20 minutes ago?
Yep. I've been thinking about it the whole time.
It's a good thing you're pretty.
I know, right? All right, back to Steph not knowing what the fucking dog door or a baby gate is.
No,
Steph, I also
have
need you to do
nothing else
something.
say.
Next time you hang out with Tifa, I need you to get on video of that thing that dogs do when they're standing there and they don't know what to do, so they just sit down, just right where they're standing. I need you to get me a video of Tifa doing that.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Because to me, that's the funniest / cutest thing in the world to me. Just a dog just standing there, just like looking around. Huh. I don't know what to do right now. They just sit.
They just sit, just sit in
Yes.
the middle of the goddamn room, just
Yes.
Just
staring.
dogs be sitting.
Yep. I really like that. Don't know why. Just do. Mostly because of Trevor, because in the middle of nowhere, just sits down. Like, why are you sitting there?
Gives up on his agenda.
Yep.
So tiny. So cute. That's all I've been doing. And shows.
What shows,
I'm back.
Steph?
I've been watching Ted Lasso again since Jordan finished Ted Lasso.
Yes, I've finished.
Ooh, you finished it?
I finished season 1 and 2 of Ted Lasso. Yes, I have.
Oh, so good.
It's a good time.
Great.
I enjoyed it.
So good.
So me and my brother, we just started Bel Air today.
Oh, I want to start that.
Oh, how is that?
How is that?
Intense.
Very interesting. And yes, very intense. Because the one little fight involved a gun. So.
Oh. Yeah, you should.
I mean, I guess we had to escalate it.
Yeah.
And also, that's a more legitimate reason to have to, like, up and move as opposed to, like, getting pushed around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is that
Like-
playing? Or where's that playing?
It's on Peacock.
Paramount?
It's on Peacock.
Oh, Peacock.
Which it turns out we just have Peacock because of our ISP. So
Gotcha.
so yeah. Also it has Below Deck Australia, which is what my brother really wanted Peacock for.
My boss watches those.
Oh my god.
Like I don't. I know of them through him, but apparently like him and his wife love to just sit there, get a bottle like a drink of beer and
a
watch
reality
these
show.
people just be terrible to each other.
It's about cruises, though, right?
Yes, yachting.
Yeah.
Like
yachting.
people on cruises.
Yacht people.
Yachting.
Yeah.
Yacht people.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's just another reality show, but now it takes place on a boat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Leland, I believe, has. But have either of you two been on a cruise?
I've never been on a cruise.
I've
I
never
thought I
been on a
remember you
cruise.
telling me once.
I would like
I've
to
been
go on a
on
cruise.
boats, but not a cruise.
Yeah, I've been on boats and ferries
Not even near the same.
and other fantasy creatures.
Yeah.
I can count on one hand how many times I've been on a boat. So
Which hand?
this one.
So
My
So the one.
my sister is currently on a Disney cruise
I've wanted to do that.
for 5 days, going like down Mexico way.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's family is doing like a big kind of like family get-together reunion thing on the Disney cruise because they apparently had more money than it looked like.
Yeah, those aren't cheap.
They are not.
No, I've
not
looked
at all.
into them. They are not cheap.
It's like,
Especially the Disney cruises.
oh god, yeah,
$5,000
Yep.
for 5 days.
yeah.
Damn.
You gotta buy it way in advance.
Yeah.
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 So cruise.
Yeah.
I'm totally down.
I really
Same.
want to do the
Look-
cruise to Alaska.
That's the one.
That's
Well,
the one
yes,
that
of
I
course,
wanna
that's the
do.
one.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I don't think I can do one. So that's why I've never really.
Oh, do you
For-
think you're gonna
Seasick?
get sick?
Yeah, do you get seasick?
It's the vertigo may be a thing
Oh,
because of the rocking. But I have been informed from my father, who also has vertigo, when he went on his Alaskan cruise with my mom,
you couldn't tell.
he couldn't tell except when the water got real choppy. And the problem with that is if, it's not like a normal boat where like, hey, maybe it'll just work itself out. If the water's choppy, it's choppy for hours.
Yeah, because you're just stuck going.
You're
through
just
the
stuck. You
water.
can't
You
walk.
can't control the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is anybody in the chat been on a cruise? Can they kind of like weigh in
but
on
I've also
how
been
much
told
rocking
they're like
you feel?
floating cities that you do not
Yeah.
feel anything. So I'm like,
That's
That's the
maybe
best
that's
I've
way
heard
to
that.
describe it. Yeah.
yeah.
like you can not see the water for your entire trip if you didn't want to.
Correct. I'm not opposed to it. I don't know. It's just for the money. I just
But it's a vacation, like.
sure. I get you.
But maybe not a Disney cruise though. Maybe something.
Yeah, just a regular cruise.
Yeah.
I don't want to go south. I don't need to go to the Bahamas. I do not give a fuck about your son.
Oh, do you want to do a booze cruise to Mexico? Yeah.
No.
Like
I
I mean,
No.
I'd do a booze
20-somethings?
cruise.
Of course you would.
If I could, I would.
I really want to do Holy Ship. That'd be really
yeah.
fun.
I booze cruise from the fridge to my room. That's as far as I'm cruising.
A rave.
Alaska would be cool because you get
Yes.
to see
Yeah, that's
shit
what
you
I
don't
wanna
see
do.
down there. Yeah.
I really want
The
to do
Yukon,
that
that's the one.
We could watch a polar bear just like utterly destroy somebody. It'd be great.
Do you think there's polar bears alive up there?
Maybe two.
I mean, if we can get out there soon, there might still be a couple. Thank you.
guess-
Still getting away with it in chat says it's you get used to it, which I believe.
I feel that like the problem with going on a Disney cruise, as much as I love Disney and all that nonsense,
That's too much Disney.
well, it's too much Disney, also too much kids.
Oh, yeah.
But on the Disney
Yeah.
cruise, do you have people in costume walking? Like, can I
They
be
do,
At,
yes.
Can I be at the buffet and then Goofy walks like, "Huh, you want some of this food, motherfucker?" And then
I mean, they don't
"Yeah, sure,
talk,
Goofy."
but yes, yeah.
They've never talked before.
Strangely enough, Mike, not Miami, the other Mike, Anthony, you've met Mike a few times. They just got back from one like last week, and
Oh, yeah?
and I saw some of the photos, and it was just like, it was way too much Disney. I mean, they had every night was like a themed night. They had to bring costume changes for them. Like, this is a vacation. I don't want to have to bring costume changes.
yeah, yeah.
You know, like,
I'm pretty sure that's more of a them thing than
Look.
it is like a regular people thing.
what
Look,
you mean a
if
Disney thing,
If
not
I'm
a
on a
gay
Disney
Yeah.
cruise, if I'm on a Disney
Yeah.
cruise and I have to change outfits, I'm just Donald Ducking it the entire time.
No, I was talking to my brother and
There is a Star Wars one on the Disney something. They added a whole Star Wars section recently.
oh,
There's no water in Star Wars.
there's an entire planet of
The whole
water.
planet.
Half a Naboo.
No one cares about Naboo.
I know, but that doesn't negate the fact that it fucking existed.
I mean,
one
Calamar is
movie.
all water.
Also true. We didn't even go there. So that's 2.5 planets.
And Camino. We went to Camino.
Camino. That's the one I was talking
That
about. That's
just
all
means
fucking water.
street in Spanish.
No, it doesn't.
With the C, it does.
Doesn't it mean horse?
I mean, aren't we all just streets ahead now?
Camino? No, that does not mean
You're
horse.
blocks behind.
I mean,
So I was driving the street in high school, not the horse.
the streets that you're the streets that you're from.
Yeah, where the streets have no name. There's an age limit to that joke.
Oh, that was good.
No, I was talking to my brother-in-law about the whole thing, because we were joking around of like, oh, they got like movie theaters. You could see like they saw when they did it last time, Spider or like the previous Spider-Man was like in theaters and on the ship and whatnot. So we're like, oh, you think Morbius maybe? No, very unlikely. But the entire boat skews too young to, despite enjoying Disney, as I do to a regular person level, like what Leland said, it's just too many kids, not enough like adult entertainment.
Yeah.
That like you would have to pay my entire way to do a Disney cruise.
That's fair.
There was a goth cruise at one point. Beck, please send me literature to your religion here. I would like to know more.
It was on a pirate ship, and everyone, no one left their rooms.
It was
And
all
it was
entirely
sad.
covered.
It was
There's no
sad.
outside deck where the sun can hit you.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of real white men and women walking with like old 18th century parasols, just gliding down the hallways.
It was haunted. The ship was haunted.
It's very much the Queen Mary of Dark Harbor, which I hope you'll see this year at Halloween time. So,
Fucking Beck. Every time you get sick on deck, there was always a cure.
God damn it.
Right.
and at this point, it could be Robert Smith. So,
There's a lot of themed cruises that conceptually seem interesting. I know there's a big nerd cruise that happens. I cannot think of the name off the top of my head. I think there's now a straight up like D&D cruise, or at least like a role playing cruise. There's a wrestling cruise.
I mean, they all have.
JoJo, yes. JoJo is the one I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
I mean, like they have. I mean, Star Trek has one. Supernatural has one. I mean, I'm sure if you look deep enough, Highlander has one. Like, there's always themes.
I'm listening.
There was a
and this-
Backstreet Boys cruise.
But there could
Yes,
be only one.
I know someone who went
yeah,
on one of
I know.
those.
I know a few
Yeah.
people who went, and I was like, that was fun.
Oh yeah, Howie
so
was the
it-
only one who showed up.
It sounds like. I gotta click this link. It sounds like with just like a moderate level of fandom, you could just throw your convention on a cruise.
From what I understand, is that for the lesser known IP, say like a Star Trek cruise is all Trek, but like
Yeah.
let's say, like for a better example, a Supernatural cruise, they only have some of the cruise, so there are people on this cruise that are just there for vacation that also just stumble onto like, oh my gosh, there's this whole thing going on too.
So
You
it's
know.
kind of like how, like, invariably, if you go to a convention center, there's just a cheerleading
Yeah,
convention
there's always
happening
a
at
Yes.
the same
cheerleading
time.
competition.
Or there's always like a cheer one, or remember that a couple times, Anthony, we went, there was always that porn one down in the barracks of the LA Comic Con. You're just like, oh, of course there's a porn one going on at the same time this is. Was that not you?
No, I don't think that was me.
Oh.
I think my first E3 was the first time the porn awards weren't in the same convention center. And that was a disappointment.
Oh, R.I.P. E3. Pour one out for E3.
We don't need to. The
Nope,
ESA
we don't.
was dumb anyway.
Yep.
The world is not losing anything.
Nope.
Yeah. The second COVID hit and everyone's just like, oh, we don't need to pay the ESA tens of thousands of dollars for a booth when we could just put on our own event for the same price.
Also, not allowing everyone to go to it. Fuck off.
Yeah.
God, 7 days for this goth cruise. That's a long ass time.
Yeah, no, I looked at one of the Alaskan cruises, and I think it's from LA to Alaska. I forgot where it went, but it was a 14-day, but it was saying that it was like per person it was around like maybe $1,500, which is actually not bad for it being 2 weeks.
I hear that, and I think, what's the
I
catch?
think it's too
and what's
much.
wrong with that
Yeah.
boat?
Yeah.
I think that's too less money.
Yeah.
And I feel you're gonna get like a 2-star boat and not
Oh.
like
This
a
is
Disney.
Carnival,
Not like,
though.
yeah, that's a 2-star
Oh,
boat, Steph.
okay. You don't like Carnival? What's wrong with Carnival?
There's a lot of things wrong with Carnival.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
that sucks. Okay.
my
'Cause that's
thing is,
what I
if
was
you're
looking
gonna
for Alaska.
no, if you're gonna, my thing, and Anthony, this is where it's gonna be hard for you to want to do this.
Okay.
If you're gonna do this, because you're only gonna do it once, maybe
Gotta go
once
all
or
out.
only once every 10 years or something, you go big.
Yeah.
You may have to actually shell out some money to have a good experience.
Yeah.
This is-
Okay.
Fair. Yeah. So for $1,700, I can get a 1-person cabin on the goth cruise. To start.
I feel that might be too much sadness for you after day 4.
I don't know.
How many people do you think actually come back from the goth cruise?
Listen, that crossed my mind. I didn't want to bring it up because it's a real downer. Because it's just on the other end of too real.
They're like, I'm going on this cruise so I can become a ghost and haunt this cruise later.
That's their plan.
All right, it's been an hour. I'm going to pull up the thing.
For a 4-day Alaska sampler that goes to Vancouver, Canada, to Seattle, Washington. That comes out of one port, I guess. An interior room is $199.
That does not sound correct, and I'm afraid for anyone who goes on that particular cruise.
Yeah, it's the Princess Cruises.
$199. Granted, that might be COVID prices because no one's going on cruises right now because they know they'll die.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna bring 4 people with me.
In chat, one number between 1 and 61.
Oh,
What's
it's
that
'cause
number?
they have hella
$2,000.
deals. They have hella deals right now. That's all it is.
Yeah, because it's all pandemic deals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, what did you say?
$2,000. $2,000 for the cheapest Star Trek cruise price.
Yeah, but what does that include? Does that include all the meet and greets? Sometimes there's like they add shit on there that you're like, oh, I didn't know I needed to meet that one crew member from that one episode. You know what
Does
I
it
mean?
include food and alcohol?
I heard
Alcohol,
alcohol's
no,
not
food,
covered.
probably.
Food is always
Round
covered,
trip,
almost always.
all performances, interviews, parties, and events presented on the cruise. You have access to all of it. All meals as part of the included dining experience. Non-bottled beverages such as coffee, teas, and juice. Recreational facilities, the amenities shit. A TV in your room, which is probably for the cabins on top of you. In-room TV and movies.
I don't really
That sounds like a lot of
not gonna
microtransactions
lie.
on
If I'm
top
on
of
a
shit that you
boat-
don't really need.
Probably.
I don't give much shit about going all out for the room as I do being around everywhere else.
Not
You
not for
say
something
that
like
now.
Because
You
like
say
I don't
that
care about
now.
interior rooms. I don't need a window.
Ooh.
Oh no, these rooms do not have windows.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't care.
I-
I don't need the window if I'm going to be on
These
a
are
boat.
interior rooms.
So
Yeah, I don't mind
what- what-
interior rooms.
What I'm hearing is Steph and I are willing to go on a Star Trek cruise with you guys if you're down, because I want to go on a cruise in general. I don't care if it's Star Trek themed.
we could do better.
I'm going to Star Trek Con in Vegas. I'll let you know if I want to be with those people on a cruise where
Do
I
that
can't leave.
first.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, That's the problem. This is what I was getting at. The problem with these like theme cruises is, yeah, they're exciting for the first 2 days, and then you realize I'm stuck 7 days with the woman that thinks she's going to marry Jensen Ackles at the end of this trip. He
okay.
didn't come on that cruise.
When nobody's looking, throw her overboard.
You don't want to like baby.
Let's give her the old Natalie Wood.
You don't want
You
to
just, I feel you're stuck on a cruise with those people, and you have nowhere to go.
That's why you just remove them from the equation.
You want a whole 7-week cruise to start off with, or would you want to try
a
the 3 or 4?
long
7 weeks?
Because they
Do
have.
you mean 7 days?
Sorry, 7 days. Because they
Yeah, she
have
means
the
7
3.
days.
They have like 3 or 4 day cruises.
I would do a 3-day to a 4-day to give it a shot and be like,
that's what I
oh,
mean, just to
I've dipped a
see."
toe, and then when I realize I can't do one, then I'm good for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Also, all they have is buffets, I think, and ew right now. So
Did
also
you?
ew
No.
before.
Oh, I
really.
watched a really good documentary on Amazon.
Buffets?
About it was like no. It was about like the cruise
She
ship.
thought it was about buffets,
Cruise
but it was
ship
actually about
life.
bouffants.
Cruise ship? Living on a
Just
cruise?
thought about buffets, but it's just about people getting beat up.
I have nothing to say anymore. It's not even
Good
that
job.
important.
Steph,
You broke her.
Steph, I think my dad watched that same show documentary thing
Yeah.
and was fucking like engrossed into all of the information he learned about
Yeah,
like
there's
what
a
goes in,
lot.
like how many like tons of like food and water
How
go
many
into a
croissants
ship.
they make a day was like
Yeah,
more
like,
than like 1,000
the functionality.
something. They
Yeah.
even have. They
Imagine
even,
how many they throw away, though.
Yeah, they even had a thing
Where?
where it was like
The ocean?
they have because they have to cut
Gotta feed
so
the fish.
much, and they're like
They got to bring it all back.
they're like for cutting cake. They have this machine that uses water to slice the cake. Like it was so interesting. They have like
That's, fucking
so
taking
much
jobs
machinery.
away from someone who could cut cake.
They took
no,
her
they have
germs!
so
They
many
took her
people
germs!
already. Everyone has a job on there, and it's insane. Like
Yeah.
it's just crazy how it's just like the lady was talking about, like, okay, if their laundry machines don't work, clearly, like, it backs up everything. The people can't set up the tables. They can't set up the rooms. The people can't do this. And then they have this one, I forgot what they call it. It was like Route 99 or something like that. But, like, inside of a cruise ship, there's, like, 2 doors on both sides. And that will connect to the whole, like, obviously, it connects the whole way across. But that's how everything gets in and out when it comes to, like all their supplies, all the laundry going through. And
Secret
it's
corridors, like
all-
at Disney.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so wild. It was the most informative hour and a half I've watched. I didn't even
Yeah.
think I
My-
cared
my-
to watch about it. And then I was just like, I'm intrigued.
It's
This
the
is
magic of
interesting.
My dad-
documentaries.
Enthusiastically was telling me about this, and he doesn't get enthusiastic about many things outside of sports.
Yeah, I got excited. I told my dad, and he sat down and watched too. And I was like, I'll watch this again because
Yeah.
it was that interesting. Yeah, no, I thought it was wild.
All right. Number 32 this week. Your taste in men. Out of these 3
Okay.
options,
Oh, okay.
John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, or Diego Luna.
I need to look
Yes.
up who Diego Luna is.
That's my answer. Yes.
Can I not on the list, but I just saw a photo of him.
No, it has to
Yesterday.
be on the list.
No. Everyone needs to know. Jonathan Majors
Oh my
is fucking buffing up for Creed 3, and holy shit,
I want
that
him to
man
hold
looking
me.
fine.
Oh my
Who's Jonathan
god.
Majors?
He was the lead
The
in
one who remains. He was
Who's
the
Diego
lead
person
in
first? Let me look up people.
Diego Luna, Steph. Diego Luna. He was the
from Rogue One.
he was the Mexican guy in Rogue,
he's
Rogue One.
Kang.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh.
also Kang.
Motherfucker was already buff. How much buffer can he get?
More.
He like more, yeah. And I don't know. Like he was a good looking dude before, but like for some reason, like maybe it's just the angle of this one photo I saw. I'm like, oh shit,
yeah.
Oh, Jonathan.
Impressive.
Majors. Let me go look.
yeah.
Impressive.
Just like Google Jonathan Majors Creed 3.
Yeah. Just
3. 3.
All right, Boyega, Isaacs, or Luna.
Yes.
I mean, you can't go wrong. Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
no wrong answer here.
Like I'm personally leaning towards John Boyega because of the British accent. Just I would like to
Yeah.
hear him say things to me in,
Oh,
in
but
a British
you-
accent.
Oh no, Kang can't be this buff. That's not a supervillain physique. That's no. It's like-
I hear you, Jordan, but as Oscar Isaac apparently has a very authentic
You know what?
British accent.
You know what? And that did throw me
Holy
off. I'm like, wow, that's a British accent he's doing right now.
He is fucking going for it, and I'm waiting to see.
But it's plot driven. Why it's so.
That's what.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see. Yeah, is it going to be revealed, like why it's so extra?
Oscar Isaac's for my pick.
Again, there's no wrong answers here.
There really isn't. I mean, my marry fuck kill of these three is like
Ooh.
Diego Luna gets killed. Like he is my third place. He's fine, but
unfortunately,
like
yeah.
But why he's my third is because we haven't seen that new show yet.
what new show?
His Andor show that might actually come out
Oh,
this
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's my issue. I've only ever seen him in just Rogue One.
Rogue One,
and
yeah,
like
it's-
2 episodes of Narcos. You know, like that's that's all my exposure with him.
Revi, I know you're a big Diego Luna fan. Would you give like some recommendations of like other things to see him in?
Yes, please do that.
What was he in Y Tu Mama Tambion? Was that his like beginnings?
Y tu mamá también?
Yeah.
Uh,
Look, I don't speak the language very well. I'm trying my best here. Like, so, it was the movie about?
I think
It was about a movie. I think it was him and Gabriel.
Luna.
No.
Brian.
Oh, look, he's in The Bad Batch. That was that movie you brought up before, Anthony. The Bad Batch.
The cartoon?
No, the movie that has
Bad
like a
Batch?
lot of people. Like Jim Carrey's in that movie. Like, isn't Batista in that movie too?
Momoa's in it. Keanu
Jason
Reeves,
Momoa.
Suki Waterhouse, Arlen, Diego
Oh.
Luna. Yeah.
I kind of remember mentioning this, but I had
Yeah.
completely forgotten that such a movie existed. I need to
Yes.
find that.
Netflix, right?
Netflix.
Yeah.
All right.
You two. Now, see, maybe make that
Y
word.
tu mamá también.
It
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it was
your
Diego
mama,
Luna
too.
and Gail Garcia Bernal.
Oh,
No,
okay.
nothing. Okay, well,
Nothing.
I've seen more films than you people apparently. So
Yeah, you're the film guy.
Yeah, you're literally the film guy here.
like nobody challenges that title.
I'm not asking
gave you the
for a
link to
challenge.
Framed, and you got everything first go. Like, oh, I know this movie. This is
I got.
blah, blah,
You know
blah,
what?
from
I'll get
blah, blah,
honest.
blah,
I got
directed by.
I got real mad when it took me 3 tries to get to Goodfellas. I was fucking pissed. It's like-
Ooh.
Something bad just happened.
No, I'm wondering, depending on the frame, how long it might take me to get Goodfellas.
I mean, the frames that I saw, because they don't ever show you all 5. Like, once you get it, you're done. But it was all like subway, car.
Yeah.
I got it at a dinner table.
Deliberately difficult ones.
Yes, I got it at a dinner table, and I don't even know how I pulled it out of my ass. It's like, oh, it looks like Goodfellas. I was like, doo,
But
doo,
like
doo.
the actors are still in the frames,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
No actors.
Oh.
Nope.
Sometimes you'll get like
Oh.
a headshot from behind.
Okay.
And-
yeah, that
and-
definitely makes it tougher.
And this is why I just can't do it.
Look, I got Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil on the first try, and I was like, how the fuck did I pull that shit out? I've only seen that movie once.
Yeah, and no one else has even heard of it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you just said to us.
Shut up.
Steph isn't even Googling it. That's how like off the
That's-
wall
yeah.
that was.
Do we want to do another question?
I'm gonna go Oscar Isaacs too. I think
Yeah.
me and him would have like more stuff to like relate and talk about.
Yeah, John Boyega. Steph?
I don't know out of them. I don't really know them.
Did you Google them?
Yeah, John Boyega's. I remember him
From the Star Wars.
And
They're
also
all
from,
from the
Attack
Star
the
Wars.
Block.
and Attack the Block. I knew him from Attack the Block first. And then that other
He
guy.
did that first.
What is it?
Oscar Isaacs.
Oscar
Yeah,
Isaac.
He's an
Oscar
Ex Machina.
Isaac. Haven't watched
He's
it yet.
Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse.
Until you said
forgot
that,
about
I had
that.
forgotten about that. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
god, I forgot about that.
Yeah. You took one of the most beautiful men in the world. You were like, you know what? Let's just slap a bunch of bullshit on his face so you can't really tell who it is. Not making him Egyptian and change his entire power set, and then set him walking around Egypt. You're like, cool.
When I saw Apocalypse, all I could think of, oh, that's the one villain from Guardians of the Galaxy 1, you know? Like, I don't even remember his name. That's how bad it was.
You talking about Yondu?
No, Yondu wasn't the villain of Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember anyone else.
Ronan the
Ronan?
Enforcer.
Yes,
Oh,
The Accuser.
The accuser.
accuser.
Yeah, Ronan the
Because he's got
gotcha.
that same kind of like Egyptian fucking thing going.
head. He had a funky headdress,
Yeah.
looking like a nun or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we have
he had,
two
He had
for
a sexy
habit.
space habit.
We have two for Oscar Isaac, and we have one for John Boyega. And Steph is not paying attention.
No, I'm laughing because I'm looking at the IMDb of Oscar Isaacs and I'm trying to see what movies I've saw him in first.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch was
He's
one
in
of the
Sucker
first
Punch,
ones
yes.
I would have said. But apparently he was in All About the Benjamins too.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he was Francesco. I don't
not gonna
remember who
remember
he
that,
was
but
in there.
yeah.
But
He
yeah.
probably got shot.
Oh no.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, I'm just
just
saying,
Google
like,
their
it-
butts and choose that way.
And then he was in Robin Hood, but I don't really remember Robin Hood that much.
Which
one?
Robin Hood?
Yeah.
probably
The
the one with
2010
Taron
one with
Russell Crowe or Taron. It's probably the Russell Crowe.
the
one.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, that's
one.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, no one saw that fucking movie.
You know, I saw parts of the Taron Egerton one at the
how
gym.
bad is it?
Yo, I'm so down for it. I want to watch the whole movie, but with sound.
Okay,
I've watched
The
it.
Taron Egerton, it's not bad. Like
You
wait,
saw
no,
it?
What am I? No, I'm
Oh.
thinking of the one with the Sons of Anarchy.
Oh no, you're thinking Knights. That's King Arthur, which is fucking metal. That movie is fucking metal.
But yeah, the Robin Hood with Taron Egerton, the action scenes, it's just Kingsman, but with a bow and arrow. It's awesome.
I remember seeing those.
I don't want
trailers
anyone-
for the longest time, and I thought it was fine.
I don't want anyone sleeping on Beck's Throbbing Hood.
Oh, dude,
Comment?
I was just choosing to ignore it. Oh, hold on.
No, we
Wait,
can't sleep on that.
Scott has something to say. It's Oscar Isaac. There is no S at the end.
I mean, I've been saying Oscar
I've been
Isaac,
saying
right?
Isaacs.
You
I
have
think I
IMDb
do, too.
open.
I don't remember now.
I don't know how to pronounce stuff.
Wait,
Why
can
is
we
it
say them
surprising?
all with S's at the end?
John
John
Boyega's.
Boyega's, the Diego Lunas.
There's
Yeah.
multiple moons in this one. Yeah.
Speaking of Oscar Isaac's older brother Pedro Pascal, I saw him in The Bubble, which just hit Netflix.
Oh, I was curious about that.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's a fun movie. The concept is they're making a movie in COVID, so they're all trapped in a hotel.
Yeah.
And that isolation is driving them crazy.
Oh, okay.
The eccentric actor stuff is a lot of fun. It's a great fucking cast. The downside is anytime they mention COVID.
Shane said Pedro Pascal's really funny because he's like got the
He
hots
is-
for fucking Daisy Ridley as like a Peloton instructor or something.
He's hallucinating her
Okay.
as his Peloton instructor.
Wow.
Which is actually only one scene.
Oh, really?
So it's
Oh,
amazing.
okay.
It's bananas that it's Daisy Ridley. I
Okay.
looked at him like, it couldn't be, because this is it. This is all she's in. But it really looks like Ray.
That's really funny.
Yeah, Shane said
no.
it was a good. He said the acting and the talent was there, but he said like after a certain point he just stopped laughing. And I was wondering, was that when they started the COVID stuff? Like, it's like
No, like the COVID's kind of always there.
Yeah.
I think I do think it probably it starts better than it finishes.
he kind of said that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like just throwing it out there. Anyone who's got like the 90 minutes or something, it's not very long.
It's
it
only-
is 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, it is 2 hours. Now that I think about it, it's worth a watch. But yeah, Pedro Pascal, fucking, he's tops in that one.
Yeah, like because I only saw like maybe I'll say like 5 seconds of the trailer for it, and I saw, oh, Keegan Michael Key. Oh, sure, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, and he's fun, but he's not nearly as big to the whole story. It's largely focusing around fucking Amy Pond.
Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan, yeah. She's the central character.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do another quick question?
If you got a quick one, sure.
Sure. Rovi put number 2 in the thing, so we'll just roll with that.
Ooh.
All right.
Dangerously close to the hot topic.
What role would you be on a pirate ship?
I feel like
We just did this.
Did we?
Did we?
Yes. It was what I think it was like we went Star Trek, but I don't know if it was specifically related to like a sci-fi or if we just went that way.
The question was, if we could pilot any ship, what would it be?
Yeah. I mean, we all went sci-fi.
I
And
guess
I went
we all
did.
ended
Battle
up-
LA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
But
right.
we all
But isn't this question though? What position would be on a
What
pirate
role?
ship?
It's a pirate ship, yeah.
Yeah. So what role would we play on the pirate ship? So we're all on the same ship. What role would we play? Like, who's the captain? Who's in the galley? Who is?
I'm the
scrubbing
cook.
The deck.
I'm the captain, you're the engineer.
I'm the cook
I'm
and
there
a
for
tell.
moral support.
Leland, you muted yourself.
I did not.
No, you're
Yes, you
muted.
did.
You're 100% muted.
You muted yourself in Discord.
I don't even know how I did that. I didn't touch a goddamn thing.
I thought you were coughing or something. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to cough.
I thought you were supposed
I saw
to
you mute
hit M
yourself.
and
I put my
like-
phone down and it's just.
Magical powers.
That's who I am on the ship. I'm the pirate magician. No, I'm
Don't
the
take
cook.
Steph's role.
I'm the cook.
I'm just a cook.
I'm here
I'll tell
for
you why
moral
I'm the cook.
support.
Because no one kills the cook.
Depends on how they cook.
I'm a good cook. And I will continue to be a good cook to live. All right, if you think that question's trash, we can do another one.
I can quickly grab some Would You Rathers.
All right, do that.
Do
then.
it. Do it. I'd be out here maintaining the cannons.
I mean, I feel Rovi's heart's a little broken, but that's fine. We don't have to mend his little heart.
I mean, is there any other role for me other than captain on this?
Yes, there's
Look out.
the poop deck scrubber.
It's
I
true.
don't think that's the role I would have.
Okay, we're on a pirate ship, and this thing is mostly made of wood. So I feel like Anthony would be more of the engineer. You know, he'd be fixing shit on the boat.
He's the,
Well, I
Preferred
also-
tool.
I think I ended up when we did the topic, I was some kind of courtesan / engineer
Yes.
/
That sounds right.
sometimes captain.
And,
I'm not really
I
sure.
was security.
It's because I have no other roles I could do, Rovi. I'm being realistic. I'm there for fucking moral support. Because I
craft
don't know what
director.
else I could do.
You're the party planner.
yeah, itineraries director of the Pacific Princess.
You're the navigator. You tell us where to go.
Hey guys, go right. Oh, not that far. Go
She
back.
makes
go
the
back,
flag.
Go back. Go back. Go back.
Yes, she makes the flag.
Can you sew, Steph?
No. I mean, I sew to do it. Okay, I don't have sewing skills, but I will patch up and sew something in the way that I think works.
I don't sew. I just have the ability to sew.
I mean, conceptually, we all understand how it works.
Yeah.
It's just if it
just-
it's
I
just if it holds.
Yeah, that's all. It just needs to do its job, and I've been able to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rovi
right.
put you up in the crow's nest, Steph. You're at the top, man. You're just
You're at the top. You're looking out with the
With my
telescope. Is that the right or binoculars, whichever.
telescope.
binoculars.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
binoculars.
telescope is what you're looking for. Okay, here's the weirdest one.
I don't know why
So
it
far.
tickled me
Okay.
so much.
Here's the weirdest one so far I've put together.
Oh,
All right.
sure.
Let's go.
Spyglass.
Would you rather
Glass. That's
have a head the size of a tennis ball
Steph, what's that like?
Shut the fuck up.
or have a small stream of chocolate pudding constantly leaking from your ear?
Oh, I thought it was gonna be
no.
ass.
I would rather have a small head.
I will have chocolate because then I'd be very popular with people who like chocolate.
Ooh.
I like Jordan. He's like a chocolate man. I'm like, that's true.
He's like a fondue, like a portable fondue man.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So the theory is that my head is shrunk to the size of a tennis ball.
Yes,
Like
you're like that
Beetlejuice.
one dude from Beetlejuice.
Like in Beetlejuice, yes. That's exactly what we were all thinking.
Or chocolate
I-
pudding
or-
that drips out your ear.
Is the pudding chilled?
No,
It's warm.
it is room temperature.
I don't like the feeling of anything pouring out of my ear.
I mean,
But I like the feeling of people licking my ear, so I will go for the chocolate ear.
Do you just put ear cups then? If it's gonna be oozing everything, because now you got chocolate pudding on your headphones.
could I plug it with a cotton?
That'll probably cause some kind of problem with you over time.
Yeah, fair
Because it's a constant lit stream, so it's coming from somewhere. Jordan, can I have just a brief aside with you?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, just you and me. Let's come over here. Let's come over here.
Yeah.
It's okay, Leland. I'll be hanging out next to you.
Yep.
Do you actually like it when like someone's like nibbling on your ear?
Oh, dude, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't. I've had several girls
different
like try
strokes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But like I've never known anybody, and like this does not come up in regular conversation.
Hey,
Surprise.
you like your ears nibbled on? Yeah, I do.
Something about like the sound being too close to my ear makes me cringe and like turn away. I've headbutted women when they try and get up to my ear. I'm like, no, sorry. That was a reflex. I didn't mean to do that. I do not like it.
And that's totally fair. If I'm being incredibly honest,
Let's do it. No, let's do it.
kind of gets me going. Honestly.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
not even kinda. It really does.
Got it. Everyone, write that down.
So chocolate ears.
Take notes.
Okay, chocolate ears. Got it.
Also, Steph, what's a ear cup? Revise
Well,
one.
I just imagined if it's dripping, someone would, somehow you'd make like an ear cup to catch up all the chocolate pudding that's dripping out of your ears. Or does this just drip all the time and you're just like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
All
it
the
did
time.
It again.
All the time. It says a small steady stream of chocolate pudding. Do you eat your own chocolate pudding?
I mean,
Well, I was okay. That's where I was
You got
going with the
some of the goods,
chilled,
baby?
and then you said no.
I mean, you could just like
put it in a cup.
frozen yogurt it up into a bowl, put it into the fridge, come back in 30 minutes.
Okay, I don't know why that made me instantly go for the small head the way that you just described that. But like before, I was kind of on the fence. But the idea of me turning my head to the side and going, like I was just like, no, I'm done. Like I'll take a small head. As terrible as that is, yeah.
Let me regale you with a story from my childhood. When I was attending the British School of Bahrain. Bahrain is it doesn't matter. Anyway, I was attending the school in first grade.
We all aren't all dumb.
There's this kid. I don't remember his name. Let's call him
like I've
Brian.
heard this story.
Don't know if that's his real name. No, I don't think you have, Steph. Brian was missing the tip of his index finger on his left hand.
heard
It was
this
weird.
story.
Anyway, Brian sometimes he would offer me some of his snacks, right? He had a little plastic bag, had some chips in it. You go, but whenever I looked at the bag, it was wet on the inside from
Nope.
his own saliva. So I'm like, no, Brian, no.
I don't want
do
your
not
chips."
want your chips. Now,
Is he huffing the bag?
I don't know.
Probably was snacking.
Is he like looking in the bag?
So
he
you
said-
don't know the answer, and we will never get. Oh, that's probably it.
That's what he was doing. No, I
Yeah,
was watching
that's
what
right
he was
there.
doing with
Yeah.
his fingers. He's putting his whole fingers in his mouth with the chips. I'm like, no, Brian, no, thank you. Plus, I also
don't
know when you
need to do
don't
that.
have chips, your other go-to snack is to one, put your nub of an index finger into your nose,
Stop right here. You're good. You don't need to continue with this story.
then your ear.
Oh, why?
I remember seeing that happen a lot in elementary.
Shut up.
And
No, the end.
so basically, to answer your question, Beck, Brian liked his own flavor.
Yeah, Just always remember, kids.
He liked it more when no.
Stop.
No.
I know.
You
I
know
knew
what?
that extra part was going to be too
Steph,
far.
I have an answer for you.
Yeah.
You should do the small head. You know why? Because your hats will finally fit.
I know. When we were talking about that, I was like,
true.
I have accessories. I have tiny hats.
Your tiny hats will now be regular size hats.
She's looking at her collection of tiny hats.
Well, there's one sombrero down there.
I mean, they're still racist, but you should still do them.
Strewn across the ground.
Yeah, I love how they're always within eyesight. Okay, last one. Last one. Would you rather be unable to walk a straight line
Okay.
or have the police release a sketch of a murder suspect that looks exactly like you?
Still me, baby.
What was the? Ooh.
Yeah, the first one was you can't walk a straight line.
Yes, you cannot walk a straight line.
I already
Like-
do that normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one.
So
We'll,
it'd be no different.
we'll say the equivalent of like really drunk walking.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay.
No, I still walk like
Yeah, I'm close to that.
I've walked behind all of you. You're all much better than that.
Yeah, yeah.
you say this.
Yeah.
But out of the
'Cause I've
choices
seen
that
it.
were presented, I would rather do.
I would
yes.
choose the walking one.
Yes,
Because
For the rest of your life.
because there's enough of I fit the description in too many police sketches.
Sure, I get it. I get it for you.
I mean, Anthony, you and me probably fit a couple of those police sketches too.
oh yeah, there's a lot of 3 named serial killers that we could probably
Yeah.
bear a likeness to. But
But you know, you could turn that walk into an advantage. You could be just like, "This is my swagger, yo."
I mean, in my head, there's no recovery from how like awful this looks.
I'm
I guess that's
imagining.
not what. I guess I don't. What do we mean? Like you're,
Drunk ass walking.
I'm imagining how my character walks when I drink way too many things in First Class Trouble. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
imagining something kind of like that, like a real like my
all
head's
over
too
the
heavy for my body kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Steph.
Well, yeah. Then I guess
Hey!
I'll go with the other option.
The
Worst
sketch?
case scenario, I'll just shave.
And you look like the rest of them?
Yeah, oh, I know.
Oh.
It's options.
It's a whole nother list of most wanted.
Look, both are bad.
Yeah.
They are bad. They
I
are
picked
bad.
the walking
I
one, though.
think the walking one.
I would pick the murder suspect one because I feel that one has a time limit on it,
Yes. Yeah.
Does it?
and eventually that's a thing that would not completely blow over, but reduce down to have a minimal impact on my life. Also, I bet I could really like run the murder podcast scene as like the guy who looks like the guy. And what that life has made me.
You're that guy's impersonator? You show up to him at various parties, like, oh yeah, I'm that guy.
But
Like what's the murder podcast everyone listens to?
My favorite murder?
my favorite?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I don't
I'm
even
just
listen to it,
just
but I
popping
know.
on
I
there.
haven't listened in a long time.
Shit, that's the only one I listen to these days.
I'm my own
the-
favorite murderer.
That's the only podcast you listen to?
And this
You
one,
don't-
of course.
Of course, got it. Of course.
I actually listen every week. I just don't tell you to give you the satisfaction.
And the
He
listening,
started listening right away.
Yeah, the listening he's talking about is right now.
Is right. Fucking,
I listen to it as it happens.
I was here live, son.
I've been to every LORC show live. That's how much of a fan I am.
Oh, I'm not a fan. I just.
Oh.
Ouch.
All right. Anyway.
All right, let's get out of here. If you have enjoyed these ridiculous conversations, then please be following us on our social medias. We are on the Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter. You can find us by searching at LORC Podcast or the whole name, League of Ridiculous Conversations. We are out on the internet for you to find. If you find us, then you can contact us and get into the Discord. We mentioned it earlier. It's free to everybody. Several topics, most all of them really happening. Lately, it's been the wrestling and, as always, the fighting channel, which is never sleeping.
It's true. It's true.
Is the fighting channel not the wrestling channel?
No.
no, my fighting game chat.
Yeah, fighting games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Jordan and Jonathan, like just a lot of, I don't know. I never understand what they're saying.
I mean, it's a lot of me, my boy Artificial Ignorance, and Gigi
Yeah,
Bevan.
and-
We're out there just talking about fighting games, you know?
Good for you guys.
There you go.
Find me over in the wrestling channel and the D&D channel that I think about sometimes.
Just make it.
Shut up. I feel like it would be me talking to the void, and like Leland is already here, so he sees all the memes I send to my other D&D groups.
You'll be talking to the Void and Cody because he just shows up everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
LORDND. I think that might have to be the name of the D&D segment for the charity stream, which will be happening
Yes.
May 14th.
Yes.
Mark your calendar.
Still putting it down, but we've decided on the date. It'll be probably closer to like a 12-hour stream. We're all seeing where we can add input, add segments. The D&D, the fighting games, we're still building it all out. Again, this will benefit Take Steps is the name of the charity specifically, but it is to aid in research for a cure for Crohn's and colitis. Where was I? The Discord. Next up, the email. We knocked out 2 separate questions on our list. That takes us down to 59. If you want to get us back up to 69, everyone's
Nice.
favorite go-to, feel free to add any of your crazy conversation topics that you come up with late at night with your friends. Those are the ones that we're really looking for. You send anything to LORCpodcast@gmail.com. I fucked up. It happens. I'm not perfect.
Yes, it's like the hit Hannah Montana song, Nobody's Perfect.
Anyway, if you are watching us live on Twitch, as we are here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, but maybe missed the beginning, we are a podcast as well. You may have inferred that from all of the social media tags. You can subscribe to this podcast on all the subscribable podcast places. You find them. It's not hard. Podcast is a 15-year-old medium. Like, I'm not going to fucking hold your hand for this anymore.
Boom.
Leland,
What's up?
you're out there doing that good art shit.
I am. Leland Pierce Art on Instagram and the Facebook. Yeah, just taking a small break, doing things here and there. Getting ready for that Mermay. Almost. About halfway done with that month, so that's fun.
Is my Panthro Mermaid complete?
Not yet. Steph, was there one that I was supposed to do for you that said Mer Life across the stomach? What was that again?
Oh, it was supposed to be a mermaid.
It was a thug mermaid, but
Yeah, it was
really
like a
just do
thug
Steph.
mermaid, but-
Just do Tupac Steph.
Yeah. What was it?
It's
yeah.
a-
With Mer
Steph with two.
right?
Yeah,
Mer
Steph
life.
with Tupac tattoos as a mermaid.
It's a lot. I'll just do Steph as a mermaid. This is Thug Life. or
You've already
something.
done that. Well, I mean, then you just take the old one and put
Mer Life on her
Mer
stomach.
Life on it. Yeah.
Ooh, an otter maid.
The head of an otter, tail of a mermaid.
That sounds
All right.
frightening. I've been doing a few Dick Tracy villains here and there.
Sure have.
Yeah.
I fell down that hole. I did not realize that, a 1930s comic strip had hundreds of villains.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hundreds. And they're all stupid names.
One of my favorite cartoons growing up was the Dick Tracy cartoon show.
I mean, just
I did enjoy that.
so many wild things. It's almost as dumb as the He-Man characters, where they're just kind of like, you have a fist, and you're a fist man. Done.
You
Go.
only talk in mumbles. So your
Yes.
name is Mumbles.
Yeah, shit like that. So it's been. I don't think I'm going to fall down that well a long time because there's just so many to draw. Also, I found out just looking at them, they all just look the same. They all just white gangsters. Like there's no creativity except the ones I've already done. Like the ones that were in the movie, those are the creative ones they could do. Yes.
For that era, you probably don't want any people of color.
No, and I was thinking about that the
not
other
going
day.
to go well.
No, it's not. I looked some of it up and I was like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I'm just going to pass this.
Like the very racist Asian character from the Dick Tracy cartoon.
BB Eyes, was that who I think it was?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna draw him because I remember him from the cartoon, and he's in the movie like in a background shot. And I looked up and I was like, I feel he's Asian the way that they have drawn him. And then like I looked up a colored photo and was like, oh, yep, I'm going to say no to that one.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Let me know when you do Al Pacino. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
So again, how do they find you?
Leland Pierce Art, Instagram, and Facebook.
Twitter?
No.
Mild Chuckles on Twitter.
Oh, that was my Twitter handle, wasn't it?
Mild
Still exists.
Does it really still exist? Wait, do you have the password?
I think I probably do. I think I attached. Wait, how did I make it? It's out there somewhere.
Because I know I didn't do it.
No, yeah, I made it. It was like 100 follows, and you'll make your first tweet.
I think
Something like that.
You know what? I'm back
maybe-
on this. Let's do this. Let's make this a thing.
I mean, they're going to be adding an edit button soon, so, that'll make tweeting a little bit easier.
there you go.
Oh, we can already downvote tweets.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Jordan, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear and on Twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear. My schedule has changed a lot. Friday is like a for sure set day, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I'm going to try a thing out where for this Co-op Thursday at Twitch.tv/LRC podcast, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday. I will also be streaming my perspective. So Steph will be doing the main LRC perspective from her perspective, and then if you come over to my stream, you'll see my perspective. Same thing, playing the Forest still. And then this past Sunday, I was streaming our Community Day LRC gaming this Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I was doing that on my personal stream as well. Just trying to consolidate my streaming days with the LRC streaming days, and then probably adding extra streaming days here and there for my personal stuff. So that's what's happening. That's what the schedule is. Just follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know what's going on. At Jordan is a Bear. Steph, where can people find you?
I did stream from my own account, Rovi, and you can watch me stream what I am playing. Last Sunday, I played Cooking Mama on PS4, and it was chaotic, but really fun.
It was real saucy.
I had a blast doing it. I've been meaning to play again. I don't have a schedule, but
I put your stream on and I fell asleep for 5 hours.
yeah, I know. I can't figure out my scheduling days just because there's always something going on in my life, and if I commit that much, it's gonna be too hard and I'm gonna let people down. So I'd rather just go live when I go live and can. And maybe you stick around, maybe you don't, but it's always there to look at. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Stephanoids. That's STEPHUHNOIDS. And if you're looking for glasses, I have the code for Zenny Optical. Reach out to me on the social medias, and I will give you that code.
It would have been perfect if you had that all ready to go and you just posted it in chat right now.
Oh, I do have it ready to go. Let me post it in chat right now. That's all I have to say.
And if you would like my sword in your hand, find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter. So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.